Welcome to the Women Action Takers networking event. I love doing this event because it gives us an opportunity to meet other people who are just like us. I don't know about you ladies, but at times in my life, many decades of my life, I was surrounded by people who weren't very positive. You know, they were negative. They said things that really made me think that I didn't have any value. So when I started hanging out with positive and uplifting people and discovering that, oh my God, there's actually positive and uplifting people out there in the universe, I found that I really craved it. I wanted more and more of it. So what I do, I create my own event called Women Action Takers, because when we create our own event, we're able to be surrounded by other people who are like-minded. And you know, it's really funny. I love it when I see people say, I want to hang out with like-minded people, or I want to connect with like-minded people. The challenge is if we don't know what your like is, we don't know if we're like-minded, right? So the more we put ourselves out there and we share ourselves with the world, more opportunity people have to see who we really are. And so they can decide, is this a like-minded person or not? So that's why I created the Women Action Takers. Actually, it started as a totally different name, but it's morphed itself into Women Action Takers, because as we learned on our last show here with, I like to call it a show, by the way, it's just more fun for me. As we learned on our last show, you know, we had Katerina Kozayas. She talked about your, what do you call it? What's that called? The little snap things you say. Like mine is, nothing happens without action. Sorry, I can't remember the word that's called. But
tagline.
So, tagline, thank you. It's like creating your tagline, you know, so nothing happens without action, you know, has become my tagline, because I think it's really important for us to realize that there are things that happen in life. We can wish it, we can pray for it, we can manifest it, we can dream about it all we want. But if it's staring us in the face, if we don't do something about it, if we don't take action, nothing is going to happen. That's happened to me so many times in my life, where I just, like, things just passed me by. And I see all the ladies are hopping in. This is awesome. Welcome, ladies. It's great to see you. We have some blue in the house. We got some pink. We got some orange. We got some black. We got all kinds of colors. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I want to introduce our co-host today is Brenda Geary. Brenda, you want to unmute yourself? So Brenda Geary is our co-host, and she has helped me to run these events online. She does a lot of work with other organizations. That's not what she does, but that's what she does. Like, it's one of the things she does. And she's just so well organized. And anybody who knows me, you know, I need that. I need that organization side of the events, you know, because I'm like all crazy out there. I have all these ideas and stuff, but I need someone to bring me back to earth. And Brenda does that for me all the time. So it's really awesome. So Brenda, I'd love for you to, I'm sorry. I didn't do a PowerPoint today. I was like, you know what? I didn't do a PowerPoint, and you know what? So what? I'm just going to go, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to go all in, because I'm about taking action. And that's an action I chose not to take today. So what we're going to do is today we're going to go around the room, and everybody's going to introduce themselves. You'll have your 30-second commercial, and Brenda is going to time you, and she'll tell you how that will work in just a minute. And so what I want you to do is, when you're listening to the 30-second commercials, I want you to be thinking, how can I connect this person with somebody else? What's the connection that I have for this person? Now, when we do 30-second commercials, I'm going to guess that nobody came here today to buy something, you know, that we came here to connect with people. And so I want you to think about it as a connection point, not a sales point, because you might walk away from here selling something, but you might not. But instead of thinking that way, I just want you to think, like, how can I connect with these, you know, people, and who can I connect them with? So that's what I want you to think about while you're doing your 30-second commercial. And if you've come up with your tagline, please share it with us, because, like, I love mine. I'm like married to my tagline. I love that. Nothing happens without action. So then after we go around the room, we do the introductions. Then Lola Oyafemi is our guest speaker for today, and she's going to be talking about how to sell before you sell. So basically using social media to sell people before you even hop onto a call with them. And I have seen her in action. I'm in her group. I'm in her program. I've seen her in action, and she's helped me tremendously with my language, like how I reach out to people, how I have conversations. You know, we have more women on here today than we've had before, and a lot of that is because I've used Lola's advice. advice. So she has some really, really great advice and techniques that she's going to teach us today. So as we go around the room also, and you introduce yourselves, after you're done introducing yourselves in the chat, which is on your left or right, it's on my right, go ahead and share with us how we can connect with you, okay? So if you have like Facebook, put it, Instagram, put it, any way that we can connect with you, put those in the chat over there. And then after Lola's done speaking, we're gonna come back, kind of like finalize the meeting here and just have some conversations. Lola will have a Q&A portion as well. And we'll just come back and have some more conversations and just, connect. That's what this is all about. This is all about connecting. So, and I wanted to share really quickly, Rhonda Schur is on here, and she is our guest speaker for the next meeting, August 15th at the same time. And Rhonda is a LinkedIn expert, and she's going to teach us. Rhonda, you want to share really, really quick what you're going to be talking to us about?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm really teaching is basically how to get out of the LinkedIn Witness Protection Program so that you'll actually be able to be found. And I'm going to teach a really simple system on how to book 2 to 10 appointments with your ideal clients or prospects effortlessly using LinkedIn.
I like the word effortlessly. Thank you. So I just put a link to join the August 15th meeting in the chat. So go ahead if you want to click on that and sign up for that one. That'd be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to having Rhonda. She's an expert in this field. She's very revered. People love what she does, and she's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So join us on the 15th of August. Now, my name is Lynda Sunshine West, and I am the creator of the Women Action Takers program. And I realized that not only taking action is what things are all about, but it's about connecting. I love connecting people. I love bringing people together. So I ended up creating a referral network. And if it's something you're interested in learning about, it's only $29 a month. And it's an opportunity for you to connect with other women on different levels. I have some things that we do inside the referral network that will help you to be seen and be heard. Because in business, bottom line, it's about being seen and being heard to the right people, the people that you want to connect with. And Lola's actually going to talk about that a little bit today. So Brenda, I would love Brenda Geary to introduce herself. And then Brenda, you want to tell us how this is going to work as far as the networking aspect of it. And just so you know, my dogs are going to start barking in 7 minutes. How do I know that? Because Dad comes home, he's very precise. So at 11:15, he's going to walk in the door and those dogs are going to go crazy. So at that time, I'm going to mute myself. And so Brenda, if you can take over from that point just until they calm down, that'd be awesome.
No worries. Okay. All good. Good morning, ladies. It's so good to see so many beautiful faces here. So I'm Brenda Geary. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do 30-second commercials. And I want you guys to make sure that you can see me in one of your squares. I feel like we're on the Brady Bunch, right? On the Brady Bunch commercial here. So make sure that you can see me on one of the squares. And because we're going to have some visual cues. At 20 seconds, I'm going to hold up this yellow card right here. And at 20 seconds, that's your visual cue that you should be wrapping up your commercial. Okay, we've got a lot of ladies on here, and we've got a special guest speaker, so we want to make sure that we're on time. And then at 30 seconds, I'm going to hold up this red card, and this red card is your visual cue that you should absolutely be wrapping up your commercial. And just from a networking education perspective, the reason that we want to honor the time cues is that we're building relationships here. We're hoping that people will get to know us and trust us such that they'll feel comfortable referring people to us once you really start learning about each other. And the worst message you ever want to give to people on this platform is that you believe that what you have to say is more important than what they have to say. So by honoring those time cues, we're really honoring each other. So I have my stopwatch right here, and Lynda will be calling out the names of the folks that are going to be going, and I will start my stopwatch, and then we'll have those visual cues. And sometimes, you guys, I know that this is new for a lot of you guys, so please know that this is a great platform for practicing. There's no judgment here. It's great to just be able to show up here, practice, no judgment. And if you miss my visual cues, I'll just, with love, interrupt you and say thank you. And that, again, is an audio that you're done as well, okay?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Brenda. So if anybody has any questions on that, let us know really quickly, because we're going to move right on into this. I'm all about taking action, so about making movement. And on that subject, I want to share something that happened this morning. Okay, I have this group called Walking with Sunshine, and it's a Facebook chat group that I created. And every morning at 5:30 in the morning, I post in there, "Hey, ladies, let's get up and let's get going." Well, so I noticed that not everybody who's in that chat has been participating or showing up, and I was like, I hate it when I was thinking of like myself, right? Oh, I hate it when I'm in a chat and they're just like do all these messages, and I don't really want to be in there, and it's sometimes like that etiquette, like how do I leave without everybody thinking, why'd she leave? Because that does happen. And so today I did a video and I said, I just want to let you ladies know that if you're not interested in being in the group, go ahead and leave. It's okay. Well, sometimes when I say things, I guess they don't sound that nice. And so I think some of them took offense to that. I'm just sharing that because, these things happen in life, right? So sometimes we might say something that it just doesn't really resonate with the other person. But what I want you to do is I want you to think from, a state of mind of openness, of vulnerability, of authenticity. Now, I was just being myself and I wasn't saying anything mean from my perspective, but it might have been heard completely differently than I intended it. And I know it was actually because somebody mentioned it, and it's okay. It's okay. It's just part of life of us, talking in front of people. Right. So I don't know why I went there, but sometimes I'll go to weird places and that's just who I am. So either you resonate with it or you don't. And I see Patty, she's got her. Patty, what did Eric Swanson call you when you were laughing? Oh, the Pez laugh.
The Pez back.
It's funny because it's like, some different laughs. I have a laugh that a lot of times no noise comes out. So people don't know if I'm laughing or not. But anyway, we're going to get started and I'm going to call out the names. And again, don't forget to put everything in the chat so that ladies can connect with you. And I'm going to go in the order that I see them on my screen. If I miss your name, it's not because I did it intentionally. It's because the names jump around sometimes. Like they were in alphabetical order and now suddenly they're not. I'm not sure why. But okay, so we're gonna start with Malou. So Malou, you're up first. You got 30-second commercial. Brenda's gonna hold up her yellow card when 20 seconds is up and then the red card when 30 seconds is up. Okay?
Okay. Hi, ladies. Good morning. I'm Malou Valdez. I'm here in San Diego and I help people in being protected. I'm from insurance industry and I joined Lynda to be able to reach out with other ladies here. I also help them in their financial goals and retirement planning. So if you need anything about financial, just hit me. Okay, thank you, ladies.
Awesome.
Told you. Oh, Dad is home early. Okay, so we're gonna move to Brenda.
Okay, so let me time myself here. So my name is Brenda Geary. I'm absolutely passionate about health and wellness. I was always that person that was really healthy until I got sick. And then for the next 10 years, I was struggling to get my life back. And during that time of sickness, I absolutely lost who I was. So my passion is helping people to maintain their wellness. That is absolutely my passion. And during this time right now of COVID, the best thing we can do is to make sure that our bodies are not a welcome host for that infection. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And AB, where do I see? There she is. There she is. Oh, you're muted. You're muted there.
Okay,
there
hi.
There we go.
Hi, I'm AB Macedo. I am a registered nurse and I am very passionate about helping people have a successful surgery. So I prepare you before, during, and after surgery. And most especially, if you are admitted into the hospital, I help you leave the hospital alive. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Amy.
you. And next we have Kathy Ebbett.
Good morning. The name of my company is called iBoomerang, and it is a technology company with a variety of different programs, travel being one, a company called Vibrides, another, and various different options growing over time. So if anybody needs any help with travel or anything of that nature, give me a call. My tagline is "Life is fun. Come cruising with Kathy."
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Abigail, I don't remember. I think you said you can't come on screen. So I'm going to skip over Abigail for a minute. But Abigail, if you can come on screen, go ahead and put in the chat letting me know. Okay. Next we have is Adria. Did I say it right? Adria?
Adria.
I had two chances and
It's okay. Everyone does it. Hi, I'm Adria. I'm a financial services professional and I'm super passionate about working with women. I find that we don't get the same financial education. You know, we don't get much of it. And there's a lot of fear and shame around talking about money, typically for women. So what I do is I create a safe space for them to ask questions. And then I help them create a purpose and a plan for their money. So thank you so much for having me.
awesome. Thanks for being here. First timer. Raise your hand if you're a first timer. Oh, I won't raise my hand. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody else too, but welcome you first timers. So next up is from all the way from South Africa. We have Brigitte.
Thanks, Linda. Hi everyone, my name is Brigitte Limband and I'm from Cape Town in South Africa and my company is called Be Live Media. I'm a live video talk show host and producer and also live streaming advocate. I help brands, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, social good initiatives and authors tell their story and have a great online experience. I'm good at helping other people make money, but I suck at making my own. So that's some area in which I need some help.
Awesome. Welcome. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing that because I'm sure that I'm sure you're not alone on that feeling there. So yes, awesome. Let's see. Next up is Carolyn Wood.
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Wood and I operate Carolyn Wood Consulting, which is an agency that works with men who want to level up in their professional lives. And I do that by guiding them through a precise plan that helps them accelerate their careers while not sacrificing what they deeply want in their personal lives. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have Debbie Love.
Hi, I'm Debbie Love, 4th degree black belt, founder of Heads Up Karate and Self-Defense for Women. There are men out there who tend to think that whatever a girl has, they're entitled to. And I teach the skills to help you avoid it and fight back. And I'm a woman who has been there and did not know what to do. So I teach women all about safety, from fighting back to just awareness, everything.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much, Debbie.
Thank you. And next up we have Diana.
Here we go. Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Diana, and today I'm celebrating the first day of being, I guess, the business owner, small business owner. I have been doing the same sales job for about 19 years now, and it was my last official day yesterday. So I'm super excited to move on fully. Thank you. Into thank you. Into my consulting, which for now, I've been doing 2 jobs for a year. And it is all about helping small business owners achieve their goals. I work for small business development centers here in San Diego. Please connect with me if you have any questions at all on small business.
Thank you, Diana.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Drea.
Sorry, I couldn't get to unmute fast enough. Hello everyone, my name is Drea and I am currently building my empire. I sell $5 paparazzi accessories jewelry and I'm a licensed esthetician and I am here for inspiration, getting knowledge from all of you. Thank you.
Beautiful, Drea. Thank you. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you. Next up is Elizabeth Moores.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I am the owner of the Eclectic Boutique, where you dare to be different and step out from your ordinary life. I help you find statement pieces, signature pieces, personal style through handmade jewelry, purses, clothing, unique items. My site's going to be up soon, so stay posted. And if you feel like daring to be different, I'm your gal.
Awesome. Thanks, Elizabeth. So
That's
glad to see you.
Your new tagline, right?
Yep.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, next up we have Kim Author.
Hi, it's Kim. My name is Kim Langling. Thanks for having me. I am an author and freelance writer, trying to baby step into freelancing and writing full time. I'm a co-author of 2 anthologies, and I just finished a faith journey book, kind of a testimonial devotional type thing. But I also want to focus more on freelancing to help folks get their journey put into words.
Beautiful. Thank you. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations on making those moves, and Diana too. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. I think I forget to say that. Whoop, whoop. Okay, Latara.
Hello, everybody. I'm Latara Dragoo. I started Ideal Marketing Solutions, Inc. I like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs brand themselves like a billion-dollar company. And I just want to throw this out there. Anybody here who's struggling with their website right now, just connect with me and I'll put my information in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Latara.
Thank you. And next up we have Malika.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Malika Simmons. I'm the founder and creator of the Momentology Method. I serve unapologetically from my zones of joy and genius, and that's what I help other women to do. I help you capitalize and capture joy, and that's all I have to say, I think.
Short and simple, sweet, short and to the point. Okay, next up we have Miranda.
Hi everyone, I'm Miranda. My tagline is Leading with Heart. I came up with that last year when I went to the convention at my school where you talk about like leading with passion, and I think passion comes from the heart. That's why I came up with that. I'm working right now with Linda on the marketing for the Chocolate Festival coming September of 2021. Thank you.
What's our date? We picked a date. What's our date?
September 18th, 2021.
The Chocolate Festival, it is coming back. So, awesome. Yeah. Next up, we have Nancy. I haven't seen you in a while, Nancy. Oh my gosh, it's been like a year or something.
Hi, Linda.
There you are.
I know, it's so good to finally be able to make it to one of these. Hi, everyone. I am Nancy Kiesling. I run a business with my husband, Scott Kiesling. So our business is Scott and Nancy, and we help strong, independent women who have success in everything in their life except their love life have their ultimate relationship.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again. We were
good to see you too.
We were teammates on the Next Impactor competition, so it was really cool. We got to know each other pretty well. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
That was so fun.
Yeah. Days gone by, memories. Okay, I'll move on. Let's see. Next up, we have Roseanne. Roseanne.
Hi, I'm the first timer. It's very nice to be here.
Welcome.
A business psychic, and I help entrepreneurs get to the very core of themselves, find their deepest desires, and to formulate their goals and develop their psychic abilities in their business. I'm also the creator of the Expanding Consciousness game and the Conscious Evolution Journal. So my tagline is really, I'm all about expanding consciousness.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Welcome. Next up, we have Ruth. Yes, you, Ruth. You, Ruth.
Hi, how are you? Good morning, everyone. I miss you. I'm Ruth Loesa. I'm the CEO and founder of Genius on Development. I'm the inventor of the innovative set of bed sheets called Meet. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a small business owner. I'm an innovator, a visionary, a dreamer, bestseller author, and I'm in the process of putting my bed sheets in a few hotels in Mexico right now.
Awesome. Yay. We've been watching her through her process, and man, it's just been absolutely amazing. And I wanted to mention that before we go to Lola, we're going to have Roseanne come back. She's going to talk about this game that she's created. It sounds like it could be a great game for networking, and so I really wanted to kind of introduce it just to see if this is something that we might want to do ourselves as a group. So I would love to have your feed forward on that after she speaks. So I'm going to go through all the introductions, and then we'll come back to Roseanne. Okay. So next up we have Sandra.
Me? Hi. Hi, my name is Sandra, and I'm a certified aromatherapist. I'm also a distributor for Young Living essential oils, and our health affects every aspect of our lives. So I'm here to show people how to use essential oils and essential oils infused products to better their lives and live the best life as possible. You can find me at livingcleanandhealthy.com. Again, my name is Sandra. And yeah, I think I always get so nervous doing these things.
Oh, you're doing great. If you didn't tell me you were nervous, I wouldn't have had any idea. So great job. Thank you so much. Now, what I want to do is Rhonda's our speaker next time, August 15th. And so I'll drop the link for those who weren't here earlier, drop a link for you if you want to join us at that meeting as well. But Rhonda, so I want to give you your 30-second commercial too, because just because you're speaking next week doesn't mean you don't get a 30-second commercial. So I skipped over your name somehow. I jumped all the way over. I jumped up to the top. I'm like, what the heck's going on over here? Everybody's jumping around. Rhonda.
Well, good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Imagine you could go to your calendar and see that you have 2 to 10 appointments booked every single day or every week using LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn expert and strategist, best-selling author, speaker. But really what I do is I show you how to fill your calendar with qualified appointments from your ideal prospects, clients, and referral partners using the world's largest business platform, LinkedIn. So ladies, if you're not LinkedIn, you might be left out. I'll see you next month.
Good one.
Well, thank you, Rhonda.
Is that your tagline?
It is. If you're not LinkedIn, you might be left out.
That's a good one. I love it. I love it. So next up we have Sylvia.
Hello, everyone. Happy to see you, Linda. Happy to see everyone. So many beautiful, powerful, and amazing women. I'm taking notes of all of you. So making sure I'm America's Love Queen. It's all about love. Love is the thing that everybody talks about. Media, songs, they got it all wrong. We got it all wrong. It's time to embrace true love for women. And that's what I'm here to change the world.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next up we have Tamara. Sandra gave you an applause.
Yes, I know so many beautiful, powerful women on here. Hi, everybody.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Tamara.
just virtually hugs to everybody. So I'm just sharing my tagline, right?
No, your 30-second commercial.
Oh, commercial as well. Okay, so I'm expanding awareness regarding identity theft protection in the world. It's crazy right now. So that's pretty much what I do. I offer identity theft protection with ID seals. So if anybody needs help, reach out to me. And my tagline would be, give them nothing to steal. That's it. Passing it back to you.
That's good. Thank you. Passing it back to you, Linda. Okay, you in the studio. Yeah. Okay, then the last one I have here, I think is the last one, is the phone number 941. It starts with 941. Caller 941. You want to come on the call, come on the line here. I don't know who that is, so if you're a person who's here that's on the phone, you're the 941. Oh, you know what? That's Luann. She's not able to attend in person today. She's not able to connect with us, come on the call. Yes. So I think I got everybody. Did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, please let me know immediately.
Hello.
So,
can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Hi, this is Patricia. I didn't know how to unmute. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
don't usually
okay.
attend by phone. I'm out in the back, so I had to call by phone today. Okay. My name is Patricia LaRue. I am a life and relationship coach. This is my first time on the call here today, so I'm just going to do what everyone else was doing and tell you what I do. I help professional women understand why they attract toxic relationships so they can finally break the cycle and attract a healthy, nurturing relationship with their dream partner.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Break that cycle, right?
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, welcome. And thanks for joining us, on the phone, because that is
Thank you.
another way that you can join if you're not able. Some people don't have the Wi-Fi, right? So you can actually join us on the phone as well. So anybody who's watching the replay, you can join us on the phone as well. So next, what we're going to do is I'm going to come back to Roseanne. And Roseanne, I would love for you to tell us about this game that you have, because it sounded very interesting as I was reading about it and I went and looked into it. And I want to hear about the game, like what it's all about, and how do you see people being able to use it for networking?
Oh, thank you for inviting me, Linda. It's very exciting to be here. This is the Expanding Consciousness game. It comes in a box. It's actually a board game on the sort of the layout of Monopoly, where you're working around the board. And I'll show you the board. It's really large. And so what happens is that you roll the dice and you have a persona. And so as you roll the dice, you're working around the board, and each square that you land on asks you a question. And so you have to answer that question, and they're very deep questions, and they're designed to actually bring out the very core of you, your beliefs, things that are really unconscious to you at the current time, and that as you answer the questions, you will gain insight into yourself. And you also draw transformation cards and cosmic gift cards, which are your guidance as to how to move past whatever it is that, whatever level you currently answered the question at. And as you work around the game, you get a whole outline of your current evolutionary level and the problem that you're energetically working on right now. And you also get the way, because of the way the whole game is designed, you get the way to move past that and to move to your next evolutionary level. Now the game is really, really exciting, I think, because you can play it in so many different ways. I use it to ask questions about my business, to discover like if I have a question about what I should be doing next, or what my goal should be for the coming year, I can play the game and get guidance around that. I can get guidance towards personal questions. I also use the game for coaching with my clients to help them uncover their blind spots and wherever they're stuck. And so instead of me just telling them, like, okay, this is, you have to look at this, when they discover it themselves, it brings up more, and it has more meaning to them, and more desire for us to move forward and to deal with that. Plus we get cosmic guidance on how to do that.
So it's interesting then, if I understand correctly, because what I wrote down myself is like ask questions of self. So you can use this game for yourself. It doesn't have to be a game played with other people, but maybe not even game as much as like a life-changing experience, something that helps us to tap into something. Because sometimes, like people say, you ask questions of yourself and then you'll find the answers, but sometimes we don't know the question to ask.
Exactly. And that's really, really a good point with this game. It brings up those questions because you will intuitively land on the right squares for the right questions. That'll bring forth what you're working on. And my husband, actually, I asked him one time when I was doing some marketing for this, and I said, what should I say? And he said, well, if you play by yourself, it's a deep dive, a private deep dive into your soul. And I love that, because he's not even really, spiritual, and he played it and he loved it and he got so much out of it. So
that's awesome.
You can play virtually too, so online. So I have the original online drawing of the board game that I use, and I just put it up on the screen. And so then I ask clients or whoever I'm playing with virtually if I can have permission to draw for them. And then I will energetically draw the right cards for them, and they roll the dice themselves. Like they get some dice and roll themselves so that they're choosing their own questions.
Oh, interesting. So okay, that is so interesting. I love it. It sounds like an interesting game to me. Ladies, if I'm thinking of maybe doing a game night kind of thing, where we do this. And I don't know about you, but I have found that by me tapping into like more spiritually of like who I am, that it's really helped me to become more vulnerable. It's helped me to be able to share from myself because, you know, frankly, my first 51 years of my life, I wasn't myself because I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't ask these questions. Nobody asked me these deep questions, you know? And so really like because I hired a life coach who helped me and did ask me those tough questions. I tell you, I hated her every week because she asked me really tough questions. But by the end of the week, I loved her because she helped me to see the light, right? Like the light kept creeping in just a little bit more and more until we get walking with sunshine. Like this is not who I used to be. And so this sounds like a really fun game to me. And so I'm thinking of doing it, you know, I want to buy the game and then see who's interested in playing. And, you know, if you're interested, join us. If not, that's okay too, but we're going to do it online and figure out how we make it happen. So I want to thank you so much for sharing, Luann. I would love at the very end of today's session, Luann, are you going to, not Luann, I'm sorry. I was getting you mixed up with Luann. Rose Ann. Wait, where did she go? See, there she is. Okay. Roseanne. So sorry about that. I was getting you mixed up with Luann. Are you going to be sticking around the whole time? Because if so, I would love for you to ask us one of the questions.
Yes, I will. I absolutely will.
Cool. So you guys got to remind me because you know how I go. So like I go into a whole new world. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for introducing us to it. You want to pop a link to it, you know, in the chat if you're interested, you know, want to do that. Anybody who's interested in buying the game, go ahead and buy the game. But I'm going to get it and we're going to play it. So next up is
Lynda?
Yes,
Let me
yes.
interrupt for 1 second. Desiree was having trouble getting on, so she's now inside the group. So let's let her do her 30-second commercial. And also, ladies, there are a number of folks that are not muted. So if you can take a quick look and just ensure that you're muted. We need Sandra.
I'll do it.
Yeah, and a number of folks to mute. And then we'll have Desiree do her 30-second commercial. Thank you.
Desiree, you need to unmute yourself again because I muted you on accident.
All right.
There you go.
Hi,
Welcome.
everybody. I am greeting you from Starbucks, as you can see behind me. But my name is Desi Deseos on Instagram, and I'm an inventor. And my ask today is anyone who's invented anything or anyone who has contacts for manufacturing or who knows the biggest names in the bag industry. That would be my ask for today. I think that's it.
Awesome.
I really need 30 seconds today.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry you were having challenges. I usually don't look at my phone when we're doing these calls.
Oh,
so
yes,
yeah. So if you message me, I probably didn't see it. I'll respond after the meeting. Okay. So next up, we have our guest speaker of the day is Lola Oyafemi. Lola, where is she? Okay. See you there, Lola. Awesome. So Lola, I want to know from you first, do you want to try to do the presentation without me playing the video? Because I know you recorded the video and everything, which is a great video, but do you want to try it and see if we're able to get that good internet connection? So let me know what you want to do. It's up to you.
Hi, Lynda. Hi, amazing women action takers. I hope you guys are doing great. I prefer you play the video because I can't really tell with the network. Today's a rainy day, so anything can happen.
Okay, okay. And Lola's in Nigeria, and you know, again, sometimes she has a good internet connection, and sometimes she doesn't. So what she did is ahead of time she recorded a training. It's 20 minutes long. We're going to watch that. I'm going to make sure as I do this, because I haven't done this in a while, but as I do this, I'm going to play it a little bit, make sure you can hear it. And then I'll continue playing it as long as you can hear it. But I met Lola a couple months ago on Facebook. We were in a group together and she posted something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I reached out to her. I was like, really, you'll help me with that? She said something about helping with something for free. And I was like, I'm in, you know, I'm going to test it out. So I reached out to her and she really helped me with my languaging. You know, she's the one who helped me come up with the referral network idea. She's like, you just do this naturally. You should create a network, you know? So she helped me with that, but she's helped me to really hone in on my message and get more and more clear. Because as you know, clarity is really the key. When we're clear with our message, then people understand what we're selling. If we're not clear, they're not clear. So if we're not clear and confident in the message that we have, it's impossible for them to be confident in what you have and to be clear on what you're selling. So Lola is one of these people who's able to take your mess and she turns it into a clear, focused message. And she does this with her clients. I love for her to share, maybe before we get started, one of her clients is MLM, 8 figures, and she's helped them get there. So, she can help anybody get to anywhere. She's absolutely amazing. So Lola, do you want to introduce what you're going to talk about in the training?
Oh, sure. So in the training, I'm just going to quickly show you how you could attract your own dream client. Because for some of us, not everyone, wants to get on the phone with people. And sometimes we're compelled, especially women who don't want to go that route, we're compelled to do that even when we don't want to do it. So this training is just about the alternative. And if you're someone who is a phone rock star and you love getting on the phone, if you add this, you're going to also increase your close rate. So thank you so much. And this training is going to be amazing. And I hope it helps you. And I'm here to answer any questions. So leave any questions in the chat. I'm here for you.
Yeah. So as we're playing this, put any questions that you have in the chat, and Lola will address them at the end of this. So here I'm gonna try this out. We're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't, I got to figure something else out. So hold on. Okay, I'm gonna play. Let me know if you can hear it.
Hi. Women Action Takers.
So you can hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see her on the screen?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna push it to go, and I'm gonna mute myself, and you guys take some notes. This is gonna be amazing training, trust me.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to come here and share with you exactly the things you need to do to start getting more people to say yes to working with you before they get on the phone with you, and also without getting on the phone with you, because I know time is your most valuable resource. You can't be getting on the phone with everybody. And now what I want to teach is not about having that long form where you have people ask people like 100 questions. What do you do? What are your goals and everything? You use that kind of filter because people can lie. One thing I've learned during surveys is people lie during surveys. And I know this because I worked in radio for 4 years, and we had people always come in and people fill stuff and fill surveys, and we talk about surveys, we talk about research all the time. We have guests come in, and I know that when people are put on the spot, a lot of people do lie. And not because they're bad people, because we tend to make things look better. It's just kind of how people tell you, if a sales page is too long, nobody's going to buy. I've worked as a copywriter before, and I tell you that long sales pages outperform short sales pages because people do buy. People do read, even though nobody admits it. Is there something you do that you would never admit to anyone? Well, everyone has those small things they do, but they don't admit it. So that's the same thing. So it's not about I'm not going to tell you the questions you have to put on your form before you book a call. I'm not going to also tell you how you're going to send DMs and how you're going to go into this conversation and discover whether this person needs what you want or what you sell or not. No, that's not what this is about. What I want to show you is a simple system that you can use to stop chasing clients, because that's the whole goal of this. I want you to stop. If you're chasing clients right now and you're Women Action Takers, I want you to just stop chasing clients. And I want you to become a client magnet, so that clients actually come to work with you. The clients actually decide to work with you. Yes, because you're an amazing person. Whether you're a coach, you're an expert, you're an MLM, you're a consultant, you're a service provider, you do e-commerce, whatever you do, you are an amazing person. And you have this expertise. And there are people out there who want to work with you. And you're not talking to those people. So after this 20 minutes, you're going to know exactly what you need to do, the simple things you need to put into your business right from today, and start getting a different result. And start getting people who want to work with you, start getting some traction around your offers, traction around the things you want to do. So I hope you're excited, because I'm extremely excited, and I'm going to make this fast-paced. And the good thing about it is, after this, I'm going to give you a worksheet. Now that worksheet is a cash planner. So in that worksheet, over the course of this training, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to put where and how you need to use the worksheet, because I want you to go on this week and actually bring some sales into your business using this simple method. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to remove your mind from the idea that you have to get on the phone with people to make a sale, because you don't. Most times we have gotten to a stage where we put all our clients in a box. We believe that, you see, I have to get on the phone with people. I have to nurture them. I have to do all these stuff before I sell them. And when I try to sell them, I have to get on the phone with them before they buy. And it's a lie. It is a lie. People don't have to get on the phone to buy with you. Have you ever bought anything without getting on the phone? Yes. Yes, you have. People buy stuff every single day and they don't get on the phone. I wonder why when we come online, we believe, oh, they have to get on the phone. And even for things that are simply very cheap, like a $500 offer, like a $197 offer, people are getting on the phone, and I'm wondering why. You don't have to get on the phone to sell an offer. Some people may insist they want to talk to you, they want to know you more, yes, but you don't have to. The first thing you want to do is I want you to remove your mind from a box. Stop putting your clients, not your mind, rather. Remove all your clients from a box. Stop putting your clients in a box. Stop saying it has to be this way. It has to follow this path, because it doesn't. It doesn't. So once you remove your mind, then I know that, yes, you can take this system and you can run with it. So that's the first thing. Remove your mind from, thinking, oh, I have to get on the phone. And remove your people from this small box. See this box? That's the box. It has to be a phone call. It has to be a video. It has to be this. I have to have a long sales page. I have to do this. I have to have funnels. I have to, run ads. I have to do. People can buy anyway. There's so many ways people can buy. So many ways. So buying from you is not determined by whether you get them on the phone or not. So I want you to remove your mind. The second thing is I want you to remember, and I want you to keep this very tight. In my language, we say, keep it in your left hand so you don't eat with it, because most people are right-handed. So keep it in your left hand, because that's like the wisdom hand. So I want you to keep this in your left hand. People buy what they want to buy. Say it to yourself, people buy what they want to buy. People don't buy because they need to buy. They buy because they want to buy. And let me give you a simple example. So you want to buy groceries, and you go to the grocery store. Now you need food. We all need food. You can decide to buy meat, or you can decide not to buy meat. If you buy meat, it's because you want to buy meat. But it's still food. We all need it. But at the point where we are buying, we are deliberately making choices. And even when you see this amazing health stuff and they say, these are the healthy foods, these are the power foods, you can look there and you can skip and say, nah, I'm not buying those things. I want to buy this. I want to buy the junk food. It's a decision, because people are always going to buy what they want to buy. The mistake we make as online service providers, online experts, online coaches, is we believe that because they need it, they have to buy it. And that's a lie. That's a lie. Tell yourself it's a lie. It's a lie. People don't buy because they need it. They buy because they want it. Do you know how many things you need that you don't buy? Do you know how many things, if you really look at it, most of us need therapy. Do we go and get a therapist? No. Most of us, there's so many things we need generally as a population, personally as human beings, specifically for us women. There's so many things we need that we don't buy. So the difference between it is we buy what we want to buy. And the mistake we make is we seem to make it so easy to chase people who we think need what we sell. And I'll share an example that happened to me recently. Now, someone reached out to me on Facebook and said, hi, I just joined your group. I think you should join mine too. And I said, oh, thanks for joining my group. What's your group about? She said, oh, it's about this health and wellness products. I said, oh, amazing, but I'm not interested in health and wellness. That's not like really, and even if I join your group, I'm not really going to be active, and you don't want to have passive people in your group because it like makes your group engagement go down. And what she said was, I think you need this. You're on the big side, and she just went on to body shame me. And I said, I don't need this. I don't want to buy from you. And then she blocked me. Now I'm sharing this because the lady seeing me thought, this lady's on the big side. She needs to slim down. She needs what I want. And that is not empowering. That way, she's making a decision for me. She's deciding that I need something. And I'm an adult woman. I don't need what you want to sell me. Even if I need it, I don't want it. Because it's my money and I can choose to spend it with whoever and wherever I want it. So that's why I said, remember that people buy what they want and not what they need. Especially for us, we're working with adults. Everyone has their own thought process. They have their own feelings. They're able to make decisions. Your clients are adults. They're not kids. They're not your children. You can't make decisions for them. So know specifically that people buy what they want to buy. And now some of the things they want to buy will be needs, but some of them may not be needs. They just want it. So the thing is, instead of chasing people who you think need something, and I see this happen a lot in MLM where you're saying, oh, she just got unemployed. She needs the extra money. And you go meet her and say, I have this amazing opportunity. And says, stop. I don't want MLM. I don't want stuff. I'm going to look for another job. I want to do another job. Please never share this with me again. Or the person proceeds and blocks you. And because you're thinking, but she needs the extra money. I'm just trying to help. Well, she doesn't want the extra money. Okay, yes, she wants the extra money, but she doesn't want the opportunity. She doesn't want it. But now that's different from the person you think she has it all. And when you tell her, I'm in this amazing opportunity and this is our compensation plan, she said, yes, I want it. I want to make some extra income. And you're thinking, but you're fine. But the difference is, even though this person seems like they need it, they don't want it. And this person wants it. So instead of chasing people, and this example is not just for MLM, instead of chasing people who you think need something, why don't you chase people who want it? And this is not really a money thing. This is not about, I'm just sensing this. This is just, instead of chasing people who you think they need this, they need that, I know they need my product. I know my product's going to help them. Why don't you chase people who want your products? Who love your service, who know that they want the kind of transformation that you're offering and they want it now and they're willing to pay for it. That's what I call my ideal client, someone who wants what I have to offer and is willing to pay for it and is willing to do the work and is willing to get the results. That's my ideal client. I don't want to work with someone who I have to convince to buy. Yesterday I did a post on that. Stop convincing people to buy stuff. Someone was reaching out to me saying, I want to work with you. And we went back and forth a bit. And it wasn't just a good fit. And I said, okay, this is how I work. I said, it's too long. And I said, okay, but I know it's not easy for you because you're working full time. You can't really commit. And that was it. And the next thing she said, I was interested, but you didn't try to sell me. I'm not going to convince you to work with me. I probably don't want to work with you too. Because I know in my mind that once I convince her to work with me, I'm going to have to convince her to do the work. I'm going to have to convince her to show up. I'm going to have to convince, and she's going to drain my energy. Who here is tired of clients from hell? That I call those kind of clients from hell, not because they're not good people. They can be amazing friends. They can be amazing supporters. But when they become your clients, they drain your energy because you have to convince them to do everything. Convince them to make payments on time. Convince them to do the work. Convince them to show up. Convince them to do stuff even for their own business. I'm not going to do that. I have an 8-month-old son. I'm already babysitting someone. I don't want to come online and babysit an adult. I am not going to do that. I'm a wife. I'm babysitting my husband in a way. I'm not going to babysit another adult. Neither should you. So stop convincing people to join your opportunity. Stop convincing them to try and buy from you, because the more you convince them, the more they feel forced. And when they do it, they don't give it their 100% attention. And what I'm teaching you is not just to get clients, but to get clients that actually get good results working with you. To get clients that actually give you testimonials that make you want to cry. To get clients that after working with you, you can easily tell them, like, you know, I have another offer. Would you like to be part of it? And they say yes because they love you. Those are the kind of clients I want you to start getting. Those are the people I want you to put in your downline if you're an MLM. Those are the people I want you to start working with, even if you're a service provider. Even if you write copy or you do design, those are the people I want you to start working with. People who love you, who are ready to support you, who feel that your work is important. So now let's move on. That was really passionate because I was really vexed about it yesterday. I was annoyed. I was like, I think I was ranting. Oh my God, right? But, you know, I just thought about it and I said, I'm not going to let anybody steal my joy. The fact that I didn't sell you doesn't mean anything. I probably don't want you as a client. That's how I thought in my mind, and that's how you should think. Because remember, you want to sell to people who want what you have to offer. And you're an amazing person. You have a lot of things to offer. Why do you want to be stuck with people who you have to force to be part of your offer? You have to beg them. You have to guilt trip them. You have to say, you know, if you don't join now, something blah, blah, blah is going to happen to you. You don't need that. So now let's move on to number 3 thing. The number 3 thing, and I'm going to really go in depth because women action takers, this is my family, you're my family, and I want this to be so helpful to you that you could take this and work with it. Remember that after this, you're going to get a worksheet where you're going to get an action plan. And the worksheet is a planner. So this video and the worksheet is a planner. So the third thing you want to do is you want to start creating magnetic content. And this is just a piece of my magnetic sales method, which I teach all my clients. You want to start creating magnetic content. Now, magnetic content is content that draws out your buyers. And not just any buyer, draws out your ready to buy buyers. Draws them out and makes them decide to invest to work with you. And at the same time, this kind of content repels people who are not ready, people who are freebie seekers, people who are never going to work with you, people who will probably not even get results working with you. So yes, it's a two-edged sword. It draws the right people to you and it chases the wrong people away from you. Now let's move on. How does this work? Now, there are 3 types of magnetic content, but before I go into those 3 types, I want to quickly tell you exactly what you need to do. The first thing you want to do before you start creating any type of content, particularly magnetic content, is you want to be very clear on the problem that you solve. Most of us don't know the problem we solve. We think it's an I help statement and it's different. What problem do you actually solve? And if you're still struggling about it, because I don't want to take too much time, I'd like you to ask me during the Q&A session. Tell me what you do and I can practically tell you the problem you solve. I've worked with enough clients and I do know that even just from hearing what you do, I can tell you the real problem that you're solving. So the first thing you want to know, the problem you solve. You want to know, where am I taking my clients to? Because your offer is a bridge. People are at the point A, they're having that problem. You're trying to take them to a point B where they don't have that problem, right? Yes, I know that's what you're doing. So that point B, what does it look like? What does point A look like? So once you're very clear on the point A, the point B, the problem you solve, then you can start creating some magnetic content. So magnetic content, like I told you, draws out your buyers, repels people who are not going to buy, and there are 3 types. The first type is your clarifying content. Number 1, clarifying content. Now, clarifying content clarifies things. It shows people exactly what the problem is, and it positions you as an expert. It clarifies stuff in the mind of your audience. It tells them why what they're doing is not working, what they can do to make it work instead, what the real problem they're facing is. They may think it's a kind of problem. Clarifying content tells them, no, it's not that type of problem. The real problem is this. Clarifying content shows that you're an expert. And what I try to do with my clients is we try to create clarifying content that is not on Google. Because the more you create 3 ways to become slim, 3 simple tips to do this, 3 simple tips to do that, things that people can easily find on Google, you just become like everybody else. But the moment you start creating clarifying content, you're going to be creating content that is so powerful that it positions you as an expert. Like, for example, this whole video is clarifying content. I first, broke down a belief. I told you don't have to get on the phone to work with people. The second thing was I put a new belief in you that people want what you have to sell and you should be talking to those people instead. And now I'm telling you how it's going to work. So this is clarifying content. So the second type of content is your connection content. Now, something funny came to mind. So like, see my hair? This is how your perspective, right? They don't know. They're thinking that, this is the problem or that's the problem. But when you do your clarifying content, it opens it up and they can see it. Yes, they can see it. So the second type of content is your connection content. Your connection content is content that is all about know, like, and trust. You want people to know who you are. I'm an amazing woman. I'm from this place. I do this. These are my values. This is my family. But the whole thing about connection content, you want people to connect with you as a human being first. But the mistake people make is they think it has to be private content. Now, connection content is not private content. So it's not like, oh, yesterday me and my husband had a fight. And no, that's not it. Content that makes people know you, like you, know your values, know what you're working towards. They know you, they like you, they trust you. That is your connection content. And the third type of content, and this is where most people make a mistake. They either do too much of this, they do too little of this. The third type of content is your conversion content. And during conversion content, what people do typically is they sell. And most people say, I don't want to be selling. I don't want to be writing sales content because people may not like me. People may not want to buy. You may be tired. But the thing is, if people don't know what you sell, nobody's going to buy. That's the number one basis of selling. If people don't know you sell something, they are not going to buy. So if you want people to buy, you have to let them know, I have this and I'm selling it. So your conversion content, don't do too much of it and don't do too little. Ideally, you should do at least 1 to 2 per week where you're just selling and you're telling people this is what I want to buy. And sometimes if you're providing enough value, you can sell every single day. Because selling is serving. Every single time you sell to someone, you're serving them. You're allowing them to have an option of getting the result faster, getting the result with more help, of reaching their goals as quickly as possible. And that way you're serving them at a higher level. So those are the 3 types of content. And I'm going now to the Q&A session. This is pre-recorded. So if you have any questions, meet me in the Q&A session. I'm going to answer all your questions. And then if you decide you want to work with me or come to work with me in any form, send me a message, in the chat or leave a chat. I'm going to get back to you. So have an amazing time and see you in the Q&As. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Lola. Let me turn that off back there so it doesn't interrupt me. Thank you so much. I got some really great nuggets. I just want to share mine really quick, and I'd love for you ladies to share any nuggets. I wasn't able to see the chat, so here's what I learned is I should have logged on my phone also so I could at least see what's going on in the chat. So you learn things as you go. Desi, I love the new hair. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So in the chat, do we have any questions come up? Brenda, did you see any questions come up?
Yeah, let me scroll real quick. Desi asked, how do you find your clients on social media, Facebook groups, Facebook pages?
Okay. Should I answer now?
Yeah. Are you okay? Did you drop a link to the worksheet?
No, not yet. I was thinking to send it to you so you could send it to everyone's email. Because I was thinking, should I collect emails or not? And I just said, no, I'm not going to collect emails. So I'll just send it to you, Lynda, and you send it to everyone who registered.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. So you want to answer that question?
Yes. So what happens is that I find that if you're working on Facebook and you're not sure of your message, most people tend to want to do ads first. And if you're not sure of your message, you're going to waste money on ads. So instead, go to where your people hang out. So for me, my people hang out in Facebook groups. So I go there, and I don't go there and, start spamming links and stuff like that. But I go there and I actually start creating some really good clarifying content. So that's how you stand out in any Facebook group. Even in a Facebook group as crowded as Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs that has like 300,000 people, if you're creating great clarifying content, you're going to bring people to you. So that's where you could start from.
We hit 400,000, by the way, this week. Over 400,000. If you're not in Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs Facebook group, I highly recommend it. Yeah, so that was at 400,000. Any other questions that came up there, Brenda?
Desi had another question, and that was, what's your advice to find clients who want what you're selling or offering?
Okay, the way to find clients who want what you're selling is by talking about where they are right now. Now, the thing is, at the moment, you have to know where is my client right now. There are different stages in the client's journey. So for example, someone can just give me what they do and I could just use that as an example. But for example, I've forgotten who said she was in self-defense, right?
Debbie Love.
Debbie. So Debbie Love said she's in self-defense. She teaches women how to defend themselves. So one kind of content you can create is how about women feeling helpless. You're walking down the street and you feel helpless. Or sometimes when you feel like, okay, I'm weak because there's no man at home. Stuff like that. Those are thoughts that women have, even though many times we say, oh, we're strong, we love it. But sometimes unconsciously we think about it and that fear is there. Like, what if something happens? What if I go to the mall and someone gets behind me? What do I do next? So the more she talks about stuff like that in a group where there are a lot of people, the more people magnetize towards her and the more they want to say, okay, so how do I have that defending myself? If something like this actually happens, what do I do next? Do I start calling for a man, or do I just, stand up and be the strong woman that I really am? That's how you can get people to come to you. Because if you're not talking about the problems they have and going really deep, they won't know that you could solve those problems. And right now there are so many people online who are talking about so many things and they're not experts. And you, the expert, you're not talking about it. So people go to them and they get scammed and they get burned. And it's your duty to also come and show up so that people can actually see the real deal. The real deal is you.
Oh, that's good. It's your duty to show up. Awesome. I see Kim has her hand raised. You have a question there, Kim?
No, I thought it was a clapping hands.
Oh, the clapping has this. So she's clapping. Awesome. I love it. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And so Adria said, did I say it right that time, Adria? I did. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay. She says, draw the people you want and chase away the people you don't want, just like dating. Exactly. It's like business dating, I guess, right? So Brenda, were there other questions there?
Yeah, I don't see any other questions in here.
Okay. Well, what I'd love for you ladies to do is to, if you want to talk about any of the epiphanies you had or the thoughts you had, because there was something I wrote down here is number one was, take your clients out of the box, right? Number two, people know what they need, but they won't buy it until they want it, right? So this is a great way to think about it. This woman had me on a call yesterday and she's like, you need this, you need this, you need this. I'm like, but I'm not interested. I'm not, because it would take away from my vision, my mission. I have my own business mission. Everyone in here has their own business mission. So if there's somebody that's going to introduce us to something, it might be an amazing opportunity, but if it's going to take me off of my mission, no matter how amazing it is, I want to stay the course. I'm practicing staying the course because I didn't stay the course for 5 years. So I'm practicing staying the course. So I think that all these opportunities come up to test me to see if I'm actually staying the course. So it's kind of interesting. And then the third one I got here was, so Lola, you mentioned, what problem do you solve? The question I'm going to have is, how can we, oh, you said that you would, if anybody wanted to figure out like what problem they solve, if they're not sure what problem they solve, that you would use them as a guinea pig. So anybody want to raise their hand and have Lola tell you what problem you solve?
Okay,
Roseanne, and we'll do Roseanne and then Patty and then Sandra. But you got to make them
Okay.
quick, ladies. We time taken.
Roseanne said
Roseanne.
that I'm a biz psychic who helps entrepreneurs discover their core self. Okay, so the question I'll ask you, Roseanne, is when they discover their core self and their deepest desires and they formulate these goals and have these abilities, to what end? What's the main reason they want to have all this? Why do they want to discover all this? Most times it's because they want to make more sales, they want to, build a business, and they want to have that freedom, right? So because of that, the problem you solve, you may think it's, just an emotional thing, but what you solve is really a money problem. And the moment you start talking about, actually getting sales, actually having money, more people are going to gravitate to you because they don't want to like discover their core self and their deepest desires, except like they're really spiritual people. But most people don't want to. Some people are afraid of discovering who they really are. So the main thing is right now, the main problem they have is they're not getting clients, or they're not where they think they should be, or they're doing something that's not aligned to them. But the bottom line is they want to add some more money. Now, are there other things that go around? Yes, there are. Are there other like mini problems? Are there other whys? Yes. But the big problem is they want to make more money to have the freedom and the kind of life they want and make the most impact. That's the main problem you solve.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And Lola, you talk about the three things that people want to solve, right? It was it health, wealth, and
yes, it's usually health, wealth, relationships, then to an extent, personal development. Personal development is not such a big thing because it's when people have like the other three, they start thinking personal development most times. But it's usually triggered towards health, wealth, and relationships. And those are like the big markets. That's where most people become rich from if you're doing one of those three things. And once you're able to realize that on the ground, those are like the core problems people have. I want to be more wealthy. I want to be more healthy. I want to be in an amazing and loving relationship. And every other thing stems from that. Like the whole beauty industry is stemmed on relationships.
Awesome, thank you. And yeah, because the things that we do are the things that get them to that place. And so we got to think about where they want to go, like really where they truly want to go. And they don't speak the language a lot of times, most of the time. The language we're speaking today isn't the language they're speaking. So we have to speak to our ideal client. This is why it's important to know who your ideal client is, because you want to speak to that person. If you're trying to speak to the whole world, you're not going to connect with anybody. They're not going to hear your message because now it's like, well, I don't have a baby. That person doesn't connect with me because I don't have a baby. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why it's really important to get clear on who your ideal client, who do you want to work with? Not just anybody. Who do you want to work with? So next, Patty.
Hi, everyone. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Patty Mays, and imagine, I'm just going to go ahead and take a moment here to just share, Lola, what I do. So imagine 1 in 3 women, like the woman next to you on the screen, imagine 1 in 3 women is either going through domestic violence, has been through domestic violence, or will go through it. And I'm one of the 3. So what I do is I help active professional women become self-reliant in health, finances, and relationship, to become self-reliant, independent, and interdependent in their personal and professional relationships.
Okay, if you want me to, this is number one, this is amazing work. And when I was in a radio show host, one of the things we talked about was domestic violence, and I had a neighbor who got beaten almost to death. But anyway, it's really important the work you do, and I want to say thank you for doing this kind of work because I'm sure it's really hard. But what you're solving isn't just the relationship problem. Remember, it's tied also to wealth. Because most times, most women who are in really terrible situations, the first things that go are the woman's access to her credit cards, access to her money, because the man knows that the moment she isn't able to work out, he can do whatever he wants.
Yes.
And many of us are ruled by the fear of not having enough, not having money. What happens next? And it all boils down to a money problem. So if you decide to like put some things about money into your message, you're going to be attracting lots of women in this situation. If you feel you're in a domestic, you're in a terrible situation at home, and you feel that you can't walk away, the moment you start feeling you can't walk away, that's where the big problem starts.
Yes.
That's where the abuse that leads to the hospital. That's where the abuse that leads to, the deathbed starts. The moment the woman can't work out of that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So you're solving a money problem tied with a relationship problem.
Thank you so much. That is right on, right on. You're brilliant. Yeah.
She knows it too. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, the next up. Thank you, Patty. I'm sorry, Patty. I looked through the list. I just jumped. The names jump all
No
over
problem.
the place.
You know me. I'll just jump in there when I need to.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're an action taker. So next up we have Sandra. Oh, where'd she go? I don't see her on my screen. There she is. Okay, cool.
Am I supposed to talk?
Yeah. Well, Lola, it's up to Lola.
Oh, should I say my spiel again?
Yeah, no, don't tell me.
Okay, I'll do my 30 seconds pitch. So my 30-second pitch is, I'll just do the core part of it, is I help people, your health affects every aspect of your life. And I'm here to help people, show them how to better their lives with essential oils and infused essential oil products to live the best life as possible. So that's my little spiel, and that's me.
Okay. So like you said it already, you're solving a health problem, but I want you to go deeper than essential oils. Now, some people already know essential oils are good and they're great people, and those are your ready to buy people. They already want to make the purchase. But the question is, what makes your own essential oils different? That's one thing I want you to think about. But also, even though you're solving a health problem with essential oils, you want to be talking about the specific problems essential oils solve. So in February, I lost my aunt to cancer. And one of the things, I was having a conversation with someone like 2 weeks before my aunt passed on. And she was telling me that, there's this, I've forgotten the name of the oil. I think frankincense oil works for brain tumors. And it was just 2 weeks before. And I'm in Nigeria, she's in the US. Before it comes to Nigeria, 2 weeks would have passed. And we were just planning everything when my aunt passed. But imagine I knew that frankincense oil works for brain tumors 2 years ago. My aunt wouldn't have passed. So you want to be talking about which oil works for which thing, so that people know, she's not just like one of those people selling essential oils. She actually knows what oils I could use. And remember, if you're an MLM, you have a two-tiered business. So you're selling oils, but at the same time, you want to be selling an opportunity. And for the opportunity part, so that's the wealth part. Who wants to earn extra money? But you don't have to. The problem people have here is they're always looking for, people who are broke, who are unemployed. Some people who are really okay just want to add an extra stream of income because it's comfortable for them. So you want to also be talking to those people about how your business works with them and how you could just by recommending oils earn a commission. And you don't have to make it look as if, it's so simple. All you have to just do is you have to let them know it's a real business, right? You have to put in the work. So that's what you want to do, but you're solving primarily a health problem, and you want to be tying it key to health.
That was a great point you made right there. I mean, all of this is brilliant, of course, but the great point you made right there. I think a lot of times when people are selling their opportunity to us, they make it sound like it's easy. Like it's, you're not going to have to spend any time doing it. And that's not the reality, is it, ladies? I mean, you got to work your ass off. You got to build these relationships. You have to really understand people before you can, really get them to understand the opportunity. And if we lie to them, or if we have this, maybe not lying, but withhold information, let's say, and letting them know that you're going to work your ass off, they're more likely to work with you because you're telling them the truth than they are by you saying, it's going to be easy. Don't worry. I hear that. I get DM'd at least 50 times a day with people with opportunities. So imagine, I can't possibly do all the opportunities, right? So I have to be very cognizant of my time and how I'm going to spend my time. So I can't even get on the phone to listen to all opportunities because I get so many of them. So what is it about this opportunity that's going to make me interested? If you say, hey, you know what, I got an opportunity for you, you're going to work your ass off, but you know what, it's going to be well worth it. I'm going to listen to you at least because I know you told me the truth. The truth is so important. It shall set you free. Well, Patty, before we go there, just want to see if this is a really fast answer, Lola. Desiree says, I heard you should focus on benefits when selling anything. Do you agree?
Well, benefits are amazing because benefits bring in people, but you have to also talk about the features. So many people focus so much on benefits that nobody really understands how the process works. And you're saying, oh, you know, you're going to have 1K in 1 week, you're going to have this, you're going to have that, and you're thinking, oh my God. But therein, as you're thinking through, if you're an emotional buyer, you buy. But for some of us, and who I think make the best clients, the people who actually think logically and start saying, okay, how does this work? How am I going to actually, you know, get to 1K? Or how am I going to get to 10K? Whatever the K amount is, how am I going to lose like 20 pounds? But if there's no process, and if the process doesn't make sense, some of your best buyers are not going to get it. The people who are going to get it, the people who are looking for a quick win, who are looking for, you know, something fast. And when it doesn't work fast, they fall off and you don't get any testimonials and you don't build a good reputation. So what you want to do is balance it out. While you're talking about features, always tell people how the process works. Talk about while you're talking about benefits, rather, talk about the features too.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So we got 8 minutes left. So Patty?
Yes, on that, I love that you talked about the future because that was another question, but will you speak a little bit more about the real business? I mean, that really hit home for me because as Lynda was saying, right, we got to be honest with, it's not easy peasy and all of that, even though it may seem to us, right? But talk a little bit more about real business. You know, this is a real business since I work with Young Living Oils also like Sandra, right? And I'm learning the business. I've been using them for 25 years, but now it's a real business. Will you share a little bit more about that, Lola?
Okay, so one of my clients is an 8-figure MLM leader. And when we started working together, she was at 6 figures. Now she's at 8 figures. She has more money than me, obviously. But anyway, the thing is, real business in the sense that you have to show up every day for your thing. Now, a lot of people are going to sign up and they're not going to get any work, and that's anything done. And that's why the MLM industry has such a bad rep. And when you say it's a real business, it means the same dedication you give to a real business, that's how the same dedication you want to give to your MLM business. Even though, you know, people say it's just a business in a box, it's just $100 to start and there's nothing after. All you have to do is like talk to people. It's a lie. So you have to give it that same dedication. And one thing I advise people to do, because right now in my program, I have one MLM client that's in my group coaching program. And I told her, not everyone is a great fit for your MLM. There are people who I call MLM leaders. Like this client has been in 3 companies, and for each of the companies, she has been like a top leader. My aunt that passed in February, she was an MLM leader in like 4 companies. She's always getting to the top because she's good at it. So the people you want to get are people who are already good at networking, they're already good at selling, they're going to duplicate you. You don't want to get people who don't know what to do. So instead of, you know, selling to everyone, when you have the conversation, just sell your oils to some people. And for people you think, you know, this is a good fit, and I see them, just tell them, would you like to earn some extra money? And this is how I do it. It's not simple. I'm not going to like convince you to get on a call and tell you, this is what I do. If you'd like to know about it, let me know. So that way you're only talking to people who are going to duplicate.
Thank you. That is on point, and it really resonated because when we're targeting certain people that we think could be the right people, it's the people that we haven't thought about, like salespeople, that are now I'm attracting the salespeople versus the people who are practitioners that could use the product, right? Like the old way was they need this product to help their clients, as opposed to the salesperson wants another stream of income. So thank you so much for that response. That really hit home.
I wanted to share something. Like one of my clients, I said she's at 8 figures. 3 weeks ago, we're having a conversation, and someone sent her a link to join his MLM, and she went through the person's funnel, and and she loved the funnel. And she told me later that she had a conversation with the guy, and the guy just spent $10,000 on her own MLM. And that's because even though it was like a sales conversation, she knew already that her own business had a better compensation plan, and the guy was already in MLM. So she didn't have to convince him, it's such a good plan. He's already in MLM. So if the more you talk to more people in MLM, the bigger because most of them want to actually have like an additional income stream, and they're already doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one last thing. Make it super easy. If you're an MLM, you have an offer. So your offer is you're going to make it super easy for your people to duplicate. So if you have to give them like templates for posts, you're going to give it to them. If you have to show them how to go live or how to talk to people, you're going to do that to them. The same way your company is giving them materials, you should also be a leader to your downlines. You should be giving them materials. You should be helping them so that they can duplicate, so you can also rise to the top faster.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was
awesome.
beautiful.
Great question. And in the interest of time, we have 3 minutes left. I do like to start on time and end on time. I respect your time, but that doesn't mean that this meeting is going to end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap us up right now, and then you guys stick around. Lola, are you able? Because what time is it for you right now? It's like 8:30 at night. Oh, that's early for you. She stays up. But are you able to stick around maybe for an extra 10 minutes, Lola, to answer some questions?
No problem. No problem.
Okay, so we'll do that. And then some great questions coming up here. And I wanted to share with you a link in the chat. That's to join us at the August 15th meeting. Again, Rhonda Scher is going to be talking about LinkedIn, how to get yourself out of the LinkedIn prison. And if you're not on LinkedIn yet, and you're in business, I highly recommend getting yourself over there, because LinkedIn is a place where it's more professionals. It's all about business. And so people already understand when I'm on LinkedIn, these are people who have businesses for the most part. A lot of them are employees as well, but there are people out here who have businesses, and that means they're already knowing that you're coming to them about business for the most part. So with their mindset already knowing that, it's a great place to be. If you don't understand it, you don't understand the landscape of it, that's okay. You don't have to. Just get over there and start doing something. Like I started doing just like a post once a month because I didn't know how to do a post. So I started somewhere. I'm at about 7,400 connections over there now. My goal, I have goals of, what I want to do with these connections, like how to connect with them. And so really, I highly recommend joining us at that meeting there. And then what I wanted to do, Lola, she has that worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead and send the link to the worksheet to everybody who signed up registered for this meeting. And then also, if you're watching this replay and you want a copy of the worksheet, you didn't sign up for this meeting, go ahead and let me know and send me your email address, and I'll send the link out to you. And lastly, we got 1 minute, Lola, for you to, tell them what your program is. You got 1 minute, girl, make it fast.
Okay, so right now, I have a group intensive. Of course, I work with people one-on-one, but I do have a group intensive where I'm working with only 4 people per time. Only 4 people can get in at a time, and it's like small groups of 4 people. And what we do is we're going to work on your messaging first, and then we're going to do simple soft launches over the course of 12 weeks. So number 1, you're going to make back your investments within the first month. And number 2, you're going to also have a system that you can use over and over and over again to consistently add some extra 5Ks, 10Ks, 20Ks into your business. And the last time I did this, one of my clients actually just signed a 5K client in the 3rd week. So this is amazing, and I want you to be part of it. And this is for mostly coaches and experts and people who sell stuff online. I'd love to do it for e-commerce, but I know that it doesn't work as fast for e-commerce. And I don't want you to like be tied down with me. And it's going to take you like 2 months to get your first deal. So if you're a coach, you're an expert, you work online, just, send me a message, reach out to me. I'm going to leave some links too. And then we could just go on from there. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you ladies for showing up to the Women Action Takers Networking Group. We meet every other Saturday. So you just have to figure out what Saturday that is. But if you're in the Women Action Takers Facebook group, the events, I do post them in there and you can sign up for those. So it's every other Saturday. I want to thank my co-hostess, Brenda Geary, the hostess with the mostest. And thank you so much, Brenda, for keeping me on track. I didn't see that private message you sent me, but I'll have to go find it.
Okay.
So, that's one thing. Zoom, if you're listening, it would be helpful if when somebody sends you a private message, if it went to a different box. So just Zoom if you're listening. But with that said, 12:30. So I'm gonna stop the recording. So
before folks hop off, let's get a photo so that Lynda can get it posted in the Facebook group. So let's everyone smile. And we've got 2 pages, so let me hop over to page number 2 real quick.
Awesome.
We don't leave anybody out. Okay, let's give a smile. Hello, hello. Beautiful. Thank you, ladies.
Awesome. So if you want to hop off, go ahead and hop off. We're going to stick around for at least 10 more minutes, with Lola. Where'd she go? Is she still here? Yeah, there she is. Okay. It's so many people. This is awesome. This is the most we've had in this meeting. So it's been awesome. So I'm going to stop the recording. And if you're watching the replay, I'm so sorry. Sometimes you got to attend in person to get the goldest gold. So we'll see you next time on the next meeting.